Hi Scorpio, welcome to Red Flora Tarot. Thank you for coming by and visiting with me. I have some information for you. Number one is I've completely changed my format for this month. Going forward, I may continue to do it this way. I'm not really sure. Right now, what's important to me to let you know is I don't do this for money, okay? I have a full-time job. I don't do this for that. That may change. Right now, I'm just trying to give back some and share with humanity some unique messages that may help someone. You know, people have helped me. These readers have helped me through my life, and I want to do the same for others. So it's important that you understand that, you know, if this message does not resonate with you, please don't, make snide comments. That's not why I do this. If it doesn't resonate with you, move on, okay? It's not for you. For those that it does, it's truly meant for you, and I hope it helps you in some way, shape, or form. That's really important to me, that you get the love that I am trying to give simply because I want to, okay? That's really important for me to get you to understand and to see this. So Scorpio, going forward, I'm going to start with my sound bowl because I want to open our chakras to each other. I want you to, feel that back to me, okay? I know that sounds a little strange, but if you didn't believe in that kind of thing, then you wouldn't be here, okay? And then I'm reading a little passage today out of the Prophet. I gave everyone, I just flipped through the pages and got a little bit snippet to read for every sign, okay? As I was meditating on my dear Scorpios, let's start with the sound bowl, and then we'll move on to the Colette Baron Reed card. To make that clear, I love the Rider-Waite deck, but it was just not giving me the kind of positive energies and messages I really truly want to share with people. So I went and got this deck because it's focusing on you as individuals and bringing you a message from the heart of goodness and love. And that's really where I want to go with this channel. So bear with me as I refine this whole process. Right now we're going to start with the sound bowl in the third eye chakra, C. Listen carefully. Deep breath. So, I'm going to do one more for Scorpio. One more deep breath. Okay. Thank you. Alright. So when I was flipping through this book for my dear Scorpios, July was a really tough month for a lot of people. August does look like it's going to be a much more positive read for many of you. Probably for everyone, the energy is going to shift into Leo, and Moon on Leo on the 1st, I believe. It's a fixed energy. It's a different kind of energy than we've been dealing with. But the message I got for you, Scorpio, was I would have you consider your judgment and your appetite, even as you would two loved guests in your house. Surely you would not honor one guest above the other, for he who is more mindful of one losses of love and the faith of both. I gotta read that one again. Surely you would not honor one guest above the other, for he who is more mindful of one loses the love and the faith of both. That sounds right. One more time. Surely you would not honor one guest above the other, for he who is more mindful of one loses the love and faith of both. Scorpio, my intense, passionate, loving people. I mean, Scorpios, they are an exquisite group of human beings, and I will say that I would truly, truly adore Scorpios. My experience with them personally was that I go over the moon. I love them. It's like Scorpio. I think Scorpio's passion carries them to a place of wanting to return that, not only to, to people who have a crush, but also to another people that have the crush at the same time, which is kind of a Scorpio thing. They don't really want to hurt people. I don't think that's their intent, but they get caught up in that feeling and that emotion, and they want to just give it to them and to them. And so what happens is they end up feeling drained and more favored to one or the other, and then they hurt everybody. So that's not every Scorpio. I mean, everybody's got their own unique thing. And if you weren't so loved, you would never even have an opportunity to have that, right? So you are an adored people. You're beautiful. You're like, like the star, and you want to shine on everybody. Well, you're also only human, and you can only do so much. So, maybe that thing, that little message from divine, because I'm just picking up on the energies. I'm just going with the thing. So don't shoot the messenger, okay? I love you. I do. I honestly, truly have been over the top for most of it. Yeah, in my case, the men, Scorpios in my life, I'm just like, so just being honest here. All right. So, my dear Scorpios, passionate creatures that you are, let's get a few cards for you, okay? Let's see what we have. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this. Wow. All right. This is a very interesting read. Okay. All right. All right. This is going along with the message, and I really actually appreciate that. Over here. King of Earth, or Earth being Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So again, we've got an incredible, I don't know how this happened, but I mean, I shuffled these cards really good, so this is just what it is. King of Earth. Now look at him. This is a very dignified human being. He didn't become king because he was sitting on his butt and being lazy. I don't know any Scorpio, quite frankly, that's that way. Most Scorpios I've ever known, they are hardworking. They hone their skill. You know what I mean? They really take the time to get to know everything. They dot their I's, they cross their T's. They're thoughtful, they're considerate, and they are intense. This guy. He's not a grumpy guy, but he's definitely, and you look at his face. He's got this look like, he's not sad or mad, he's just like, I'm considering this. And the reason I go in that direction with this is because right next to him is temptation. And just last read or whatever, Libra, I think, had this. This is funny. Temptation. So, Scorpio, are you being tempted in some way, shape, or form in your life right now? Because the king is definitely looking at this. You see this little treasure right here? Definitely considering this temptation. Definitely feeling like, I mean, if you look at her, she's like, I took the bite and now I'm like, oh, what did I do? I made this choice and didn't even realize I had a treasure here already. And the reason I say already is because now you're going to find yourself in the Two Pentacles, or Two of Earth. So we've got a lot of Earth here, a lot of Earth, a lot of things talking about the material world, the things around you, the choices that you have made prior that have created the manifestations as they are materialistically sitting in your life right now. And now, emotionally speaking, because perhaps of temptation, now you're juggling. You're juggling with this thought of, something that you've manifested in your life, that something you wanted, or something that you had no control over. And I know that's kind of a contradictory statement, but it might be both, okay? Something you wanted and something that came towards you. Again, because messenger of earth. Or a Page of Pentacles. And she's an exceptional page, quite frankly. Look at her. So maybe you're a Scorpio that's very established now in your life. You know, you have your home, you have your car, you have your job, you have your significant other, right? Something has tempted you. And now you may be juggling that. And it may be coming in a message. It may be coming in something that you were sort of dabbling in, playing in, observing. I don't know. But it's a temptation to you, especially as a king, because it could very well be a situation where it means that you have to sort of change, how do I put this? It may change where you decide to sit in your throne. Does that make sense? I mean, a throne is a throne in the palace of the palace, right? The kingdom of the throne, and where it sits is where it sits. But as the king, as the ruler of your life and your situation, you can change where that may sit. You can decide that I don't want to sit on the south side anymore. I think I'm going to go sit on the west. I'm going to move my throne and on my court, and I'm going to move it over here. And you're tempted by this thought quite a bit, because there's treasures in that thought. There's definitely something about this shift in this established foundation that you have that is creating a thought that perhaps I'm considering no longer sitting on the south side. I'm kind of thinking, as much as I love my kingdom and my throne, and I'm here, this choice, this guest, you have two guests in your home. One guest is going to sit with you in your south side throne, but maybe, that your other guest is over here in the west. Now, why would you do that? That's going to leave this choice to be made. This, and the West Wing guest is saying, are you going to come see me in your castle? I came to your castle, and you left me in the West Wing by myself. Your other guest is going to notice this, by the way. So, my dear Scorpios, your magnanimous self has got to make a decision, right? We're going to get a little angel card out of my bowl that my son made me many years ago. This is going to be tough, by the way, Scorpio, because I think you truly enjoy both your guests for different reasons. And you may have your throne in your south side, and you may have that guest in the south side with you because they know that. That's what they know. That's what you know. That's what this other guest, I get the feeling they don't know. You're not giving them equal time and understanding in order for them to understand why you sit on the south side and that you need them to go there. So this choice may be, this message may be that you need to go to your west side of self in order to make it clear to this other guest how much you care, how you feel, and that the reason you sit there. And as a king, guess what? You get to choose where you want to go. That's your choice. That's entirely up to you. If you don't, it's possible that your other guest, the one that you are spending the time with, is going to kind of like sooner or later go, Okay. So, what you got, my dear Scorpio, is birth. So what this says to me, my dear Scorpio, is you're giving birth to a new idea. New idea, in this case, would be, I can go to the west side of the castle. I don't go there very often. Maybe I'll go over there and visit with my guest who's more comfortable there and see how that goes. Maybe I'll take my whole court with me. You're the king. Guess what? You're allowed to do that. That's totally up to you. You are an empowered human being, Scorpio. I think you'll make a great decision, and I think it'll bless you. Have a great August, and thank you for coming by.